When lightning clouds rolled over Toronto, and fans packed inside Rogers Stadium prepared for another unforgettable night with Bruno Mars, few expected the announcement that would suddenly stop one of the year's most anticipated concerts. Hours before showtime, organizers confirmed that the Bruno Mars performance had officially been postponed because of dangerous weather conditions, sending shockwaves across social media and leaving thousands of fans stunned outside the venue. For many in attendance, it was more than just another concert cancellation. It was supposed to be a celebration. A massive stadium night filled with fireworks, live vocals, silk sonic energy, and the kind of crowd interaction that has turned Bruno Mars into one of the most reliable live performers in modern music. Instead, fans watched giant screens light up with one word in bold red letters: rescheduled. The announcement came directly from Rogers Stadium officials, who cited severe weather concerns as the reason behind the sudden decision. According to the statement, safety for guests, artists, crew members, and stadium staff remain the top priority. The show has now been officially moved to May 31, 2026, with all previously purchased tickets still valid for the new date. Shortly after the announcement, Bruno Mars addressed fans personally in a social media post that quickly spread across X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube fan pages around the world. "I never want this, but I need everyone to be safe in order to have a good time," he wrote. "I'll make it up to you, Toronto, on the 31st, I promise." The emotional tone of the message immediately resonated with fans. Within minutes, thousands of comments flooded social media. Some expressed disappointment after traveling long distances for the concert. Others praised Bruno Mars for putting safety first during increasingly unpredictable weather conditions affecting large outdoor events across North America. Entertainment journalist Melissa Grant, who was outside the stadium when the announcement was made, described the atmosphere as heartbreaking but surprisingly respectful. "You could see the disappointment on people's faces instantly," Grant said. But there was also understanding. Nobody wanted to risk a dangerous situation, especially in an outdoor stadium environment where lightning and heavy winds can become serious threats very quickly. Weather reports throughout the evening showed unstable conditions moving through the region, including strong winds, heavy rain cells, and potential lightning activity. Stadium officials reportedly worked closely with local emergency coordinators and production managers before making the final decision. Concert safety expert Daniel Reeves explained that weather-related postponements have become far more common in recent years as touring productions grow larger and more technically complex. These stadium tours involve massive lighting rigs, suspended equipment, pyrotechnics, and tens of thousands of people, Reeves said. "Once lightning enters the equation, the risk increases dramatically. No responsible production team wants to gamble with that." For Bruno Mars, the postponement marks a rare interruption in what has become one of the entertainment industry's most celebrated live performances. Known for precision, professionalism, and crowd control, the Grammy-winning artist has built a reputation for delivering stadium experiences that blend old-school showmanship with modern pop production. Fans attending the Toronto concert had been expecting a setlist packed with global hits including 24K Magic, Locked Out of Heaven, Treasure, and That's What I Like. Rumors online also suggested possible surprise moments involving Silk Sonic-inspired arrangements and extended live band sections. Hours before the postponement, social media videos already showed thousands of fans lining up around Rogers Stadium wearing custom Bruno Mars outfits, gold jackets, and vintage-inspired concert looks. Some had traveled from different parts of Canada and even from the United States just to witness the performance. One fan from Chicago, identified only as Rachel M., told local media she spent nearly 6 months planning the trip. "We drove across the border yesterday," she said. "Of course we're disappointed, but honestly, safety matters more. Bruno handled it the right way." Another fan, Marcus Hill from Vancouver, said the artist's message helped calm frustrations online. "A lot of celebrities disappear when something goes wrong," Hill explained. "Bruno Mars addressed people immediately. That matters to fans." That connection between artist and audience may explain why Bruno Mars continues to dominate live entertainment conversations more than a decade after first becoming a global superstar. Industry analysts often point to his consistency as one of the biggest reasons behind his enduring popularity. Music critic Anthony Keller believes Bruno Mars has succeeded where many modern artists struggle. "He understands spectacle without losing humanity," Keller said. "Even in a postponement announcement, people still feel connected to him. That's rare." Postponement also reignited discussions about the growing challenges facing outdoor stadium concerts in an era of increasingly volatile weather. Over the past several years, major tours from artists across genres have experienced delays, evacuations, or cancellations because of storms and extreme conditions. Live Nation production consultant Erica Benson says weather contingency planning has now become one of the most important parts of modern touring. "Every major stadium show now has multiple emergency protocols," Benson explained. "These decisions are never made lightly because postponements cost enormous amounts of money. But safety always wins." The disruption, many fans online pointed out that the rescheduled date could potentially make the Toronto concert even bigger. Some social media users speculated that Bruno Mars may add extra surprises or extended performances to compensate fans for the unexpected delay. That speculation intensified after Bruno's promise to make it up to Toronto began trending online. On TikTok, several creators suggested the rescheduled concert could become one of the most talked about performances of the tour. Fan theories range from longer setlists to surprise guest appearances. While no official confirmation exists, excitement surrounding the new May 31 date has already begun building. Inside the music industry, few performers generate anticipation quite like Bruno Mars. His concerts are widely praised for live vocals, tight choreography, and high-energy audience engagement that feels increasingly rare in an era dominated by backing tracks and oversized visual production. Producer and touring consultant Marcus Lee says Bruno's reputation as a live entertainer raises expectations every time he steps on stage. When people buy tickets for Bruno Mars, they expect a full experience, Lee said. He delivers real vocals, real musicianship, and real charisma. That's why fans are willing to travel across countries to see him. Rogers Stadium postponement also became one of the most discussed entertainment stories online because of the emotional timing surrounding the event. Fans had already filled hotels, restaurants, bars, and surrounding streets hours before the announcement. Videos circulating online showed emotional reactions from concertgoers learning the news in real time. Still, many of those same videos also captured something unexpected. Applause instead of anger. Several crowds outside the stadium could be heard cheering when Bruno Mars' statement appeared on giant screens and social media feeds. Some fans even began singing his songs together while leaving the venue in the rain. For Toronto resident Alicia Gomez, the moment felt strangely memorable despite the disappointment. It became one of those nights people will still talk about years later, she said. Nobody got the concert, but everyone shared this emotional moment together. Clips from the Postponed event spread across social platforms. YouTube creators and entertainment channels quickly turned the story into a major trending topic. Headlines focused not only on the weather cancellation itself, but also on Bruno Mars' response and his promise to return stronger for the rescheduled performance. Search interest surrounding Bruno Mars spiked significantly within hours, according to entertainment trend trackers monitoring social engagement across North America. Digital culture analyst Trevor Nash believes the story resonated because it combines celebrity vulnerability with genuine concern for fans. People can tell when an artist is being authentic, Nash said. Bruno didn't hide behind corporate statements. His message sounded personal. That authenticity has long been central to Bruno Mars' image. Despite enormous commercial success, he often presents himself less like an untouchable celebrity and more like a performer focused entirely on entertaining audiences. Even his sign-off in the message, "Love Rice Man," sparked conversation online, with fans describing it as playful, comforting, and unmistakably Bruno. Meanwhile, Rogers Stadium officials emphasized that ticket holders would receive updated information directly through Ticketmaster and official venue communication channels. Organizers also encouraged attendees to avoid misinformation spreading online regarding refunds and seating arrangements. Industry insiders estimate that postponing a stadium concert of this scale involves enormous logistical challenges. Crew schedules, transportation, security staffing, stage setup, vendor contracts, and artist availability all need immediate adjustments. Tour manager Rebecca Owens described the process as controlled chaos, moving an entire temporary city, Owens explained. Every hour matters when rescheduling a show this large. Despite those challenges, insiders familiar with the situation reportedly praised the speed and organization of the response. Emergency procedures appeared to unfold calmly, avoiding the confusion and panic that sometimes accompany large-scale event disruptions. For many observers, that professionalism reflected the broader culture surrounding Bruno Mars' tour. Crew members and production teams working with the singer have frequently described his operations as detail-oriented and highly disciplined. Former live audio engineer Kevin Douglas, who previously worked on major arena tour, said Bruno Mars productions are known internally for preparation and precision. Everything is rehearsed carefully, Douglas said. That includes emergency planning. As Toronto prepares for the rescheduled May 31 performance, anticipation now carries an entirely different emotional weight. What was once simply another stop on a major tour has suddenly transformed into a redemption story, a postponed night fans never got to experience, and an artist promising to return bigger than before. Some fans already call it the concert that almost happened. Others believe the delay may ultimately strengthen the connection between Bruno Mars and his Toronto audience. Outside the stadium after the postponement, one fan held up a handmade sign soaked in rainwater that read, "We'll wait for you, Bruno." That image quickly went viral, and in many ways it captured the entire story perfectly. A massive concert stopped by dangerous weather, thousands disappointed but understanding, a global superstar choosing caution over risk. and a promise hanging in the air over Toronto that the next show will be worth the wait. For now, the lights at Rogers Stadium have gone dark. The speakers are silent. The stage remains unfinished. But if history says anything about Bruno Mars, fans believe one thing with complete confidence. When he finally returns to Toronto on May 31, the city may witness a concert even bigger than the one they lost.